Much better, much, much, much better. Let me get my phone going. All right. Looks like my stand doesn't want to work today, but that's okay. We are going to get started here because we do have church tonight. But I wanted to give Shelly her time on her live and then start a bit later for mine. Mine is going to be a quick unboxing and hopefully we'll be done here in the next 35 minutes. You guys know I like to keep my lives nice, short, and sweet to the point. So Jacqueline, I am the content creator for Four Seasons Garden. I actually got my diploma or my certificate for Master Gardeners on Thursday night. So I'm officially a Master Gardener. So got my 50 hours in so I could qualify for Master Gardener. Took a 16-week course earlier this spring and then did Ready, Set, Grow with the children at the different elementary schools. We grew some zinnias with the children at the schools. We did the farmers market. We did a lot of different volunteering. Of course, you guys know that I love doing the Falker Community Farm. So lots and lots of different volunteering work that we could do to become our Master Gardener. Thank you, G Mama. So really excited that I'm now official. I tell everybody is like, I officially can say I'm a gardener, even though I've been gardening for many years. So we are going to unbox we're going to first set this aside. And we had one of our viewers sent us a gift. So we wanted to unbox it here live. Hello, Peach in my garden. And we now officially have a tripod. So I am super, super excited. I've been propping up my laptop on my chair, on a crate, on a box to get the right height. So it's gonna be really nice to now use this for my phone instead of using my laptop, because you know the phones give you a lot better video, but we have been using the laptop. It's been working great. But super excited. So it's a Vivitar. It would go up to 62 inches. So a nice tall stand. Comes with a bag, which is really nice. Yep, happy Sunday. Hey, Mike. This is part of WIG 2025, Mike. We're going to be planting more stuff. I'm super excited. I posted a video yesterday that my quick snack that came out in the Farmer Chaz let pot actually sprouted. So we're already getting sprouts from WIG 2025. So I'm really super, super excited. Woo, that's nice. All right. So here in the coming weeks, or days, I should say weeks, days, we will be able to use this for our videoing. And because we want to partner just like Farmer Chaz as soon as possible. But we actually love doing what we're doing. I want to thank Shelly from Homestead Hideaway. She has really been just a very much of encouragement. Of course, Rashida and Cece, just sharing what I do. I have been dubbed the hydroponics queen. I will take it. So I just love, love, love hydroponics. We have 24 systems going. And after we're done today, we will have 25, 26, 27 systems that will be going here with tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, eggplants, flowers, peppers, a little bit of everything. So really excited with that. And then as we start the plants in our unboxing today, we're going to do a little bit of craft piece style as well. So that's going to be fun to add that dimension into it. I'm not a big fan of it, but it worked really well for me. So we're going to transition some of the Tatsoi that we're going to be growing today to the crack key. And we're going to be growing some Kohlrabi. And we're going to also probably switch some of that to the crack key as well. So we have our tripod unboxed. So let's now unbox our Aerogarden. You guys know I'm probably even more than the hydroponics queen, I'm the Facebook queen. So we got this one off of Facebook for like $15. So let's get a knife to open that up. You can see I haven't even opened it. All right, so they said it was brand new. It is brand new. Everything is still the same way you would find it. All right, so this is the Slim. So it has the pods in a straight line. Hey, Angela. Thanks for joining. Let's see. Oh, they must have got it at Kohl's, because there's some $5 Kohl cash rewards. Well, I guess I'll need to head over to Kohl's to do some shopping. I got $5. Let's see. There's a recipe for pesto, and then there's a recipe for tomato cucumber salad with mint. It comes with pesto basil seed kit, which is 6 pods of Genevieve basil. So that's nice. And this is dated for 2023. So this will still be good. So we can get some basil started. Here is our power supply. Looks like they may have used it because I don't see any pods or any baskets. But that's okay. You guys know I got tons of that. So it is just the Harvest. It's not the Elite. So we are going to get this started with some Tatsoi or Tatsoi. I've heard it said different ways. So this is this container. So that's the Harvest Slim. And then I have the Harvest Slim Elite. So I'm going to show you the difference. So this one has the time on the front. So I can set this to go off at a certain time. If I lose power, I just come back in here, set the time, and everything just starts right up from whatever time I reset the time. Whereas with this regular one, if you want it to go, you want it to start at a certain time. Like I like all mine to start at 6 o'clock in the morning. I got to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and plug it in. So then it'll go off at 6 in the morning, and then it'll go off at 9 in the evening. And then the rest of mine will go off at 10. So everything goes off at either 9 or 10 o'clock here at my house. So I like them all to turn off at a certain time so then I can go to bed. And I don't like them I like them all on a very specific schedule. So there is that. It comes with a guide. So here's our guide. Let's see if the guide tells us how long these are on. So these are on for 15 hours. So this will go on at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then it'll go off at 9 o'clock at night. Or if I choose to, I can set it for 7 o'clock and it'll go off at 10 o'clock with all the rest of mine. But I usually get up at 6 because most of my systems are 16 hours. So I just get up at 6. It comes on at 6 in the morning. It goes off at 9. All my Harvest goes off at 9. And then all the rest of my systems go off at 10 o'clock. So let us get some, let me get some baskets in the pods and we'll get this planted right now. You know, I told you that I was propping this up. So give me a second. I'm gonna need to move my laptop for a second. Guys, gonna go. Make sure you're not too cockeyed. Let me get my baskets out the container. Whoop. There you go. Now you're back where you need to be. Let me get my pods. All right. We have our pods. We have our baskets. See if I'm missing anything in the chat. I think I've said hello to everyone. So I have unboxed the Aerogarden Slim. Let me move that out of the way so you guys can see as I'm putting everything in there. Let me find me some baskets. And let me see if I can, let me take this off. So I've unplugged it from the light. And then to raise the light, it's got this little button here. You can see it. We're going to press it and we're going to raise it. And I need it out of the way for now. So we're going to raise it all the way. And we're going to get our baskets in here. 6 baskets. I said we're going to plant every spot, and then we're probably going to move out, I don't know, maybe 2 to Cracky. I think that'll work. And that we should be able to leave 4 of them in here for growing. I wouldn't do any more than 4 because they can get quite big. So what do I use my Tatsoi for? I use it for stir fries. I love, love, love them in stir fries. Adjust my camera real quick here. There we go. That's a little bit better. All right. So what did I do with the seeds? I had taken them out. Here they are. So I got these seeds from Seeds Now. It is 100 seeds, and they tested them in June of 2023, and their germination is 85%. I want to say my germination was 100% when I planted these 2 years ago. So we're going to put 1 seed per pod. And I should have grabbed my tweezers, but we're going to wing it here. There we go. And if I get more than 1 in a pod, I will cut it back. All right. Tatsoi is planted. I'm going to use a new covers that I told you that I had gotten. Ooh, that box went. So we're going to use the new covers. I don't have them with me. They're packed away in another box in another room. So I'm not going to grab those. So when you see my 6-week update, because we are now at 5 weeks of planting for this year, you'll see them with the new black covers that I introduced to you in the Farmer Chaz Let pot. So just like that, the Tatsoi is now planted. Let me grab my food. It's a leafy green, so it's going to get the maxi grow. We're going to do 1 teaspoon. Shake it all around. Do the hokey pokey. All right. And that's enough there. Now we're going to cover it. Add some water in here. All right. And that one is done. We're going to move this to the staging area. All right, so this one, we're going to end up christening it. Guys, ready? We're going to end up christening this one Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. And that's because Shelly keeps talking to me about this Kohlrabi. So we are going to grow some Kohlrabi in our Slim Elite, Harvest Elite here. So let's get some baskets. And Mike, this is WIG 2025. We now have up to 7 plants that we have started for WIG 2025. I'm putting my hat in the ring because no one can ever have too many hydroponic systems because I've heard what the prizes are. So I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. So there we go. We're going to do those 6 there. Going to get our pods here. Remember, we soak them in advance. This is our soaking container. All right, there we go. Got my towel here to wipe my hands. I know I need to mix more food. All right. So we're going to be planting these from Botanical Interest. They're the purple kohlrabi. It says 50 to 69 days. So in about a little bit over, probably about 2 months, we should see something. It says curiously shaped. This crisp, mildly sweet member of the cabbage family is splendid in salads, slaws, and stir fries. So I'm going to use it in stir fries with my Tatsoi. So it takes 10 to 14 days to emerge. So that's good for me to know. It's going to take a little bit of time before we get some growth. If we get it earlier, you know I'll be posting about it. So, and this is a brand new package. I think, I'm not sure how I got this package. Oh, I got this package at our seed swap that we do here in Fauquier County earlier this spring. And I had heard Shelly talk about kohlrabi. So I went ahead and got those. And these are shaped a lot. The seeds are shaped exactly like the Tatsoi. They're like the tip of a pen. But easily manageable. All right. And I'm putting 1 in each one. So if they don't all germinate, that's okay. All right. So we now have our Tatsoi and our kohlrabi. Let's add some water. And I already checked. I do have the cover for the pump on here. All right. The boys ate dinner and left their dishes in the sink. They think their mama is their maid. Hello, that's my art. Thank you for joining. We're doing an unboxing. We've unboxed a Aerogarden Slim. We unboxed our new tripod. Really excited about that. We'll be able to switch to our phone instead of using the laptop. Even though the laptop's done its job, it'd be nice to switch to using the phone. And then we've planted out. We have planted out the Tatsoi. We've now planted out purple Kohlrabi in honor of Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Got some more water. We're going to mix up our Maxi Grow. And of course, you see that I have it labeled so that what I don't use, I will go ahead and set it down out of the light so algae doesn't form on me. And I will fill up my containers. I usually do fertilizer Friday and then top off Tuesday. So I will add water to all my containers on Friday. And then on Tuesday, I'll go around and check them again. So I get in a good schedule of just checking for the water level in my systems. And then I will add fertilized water again on Tuesdays. And then, of course, if I look earlier and it's past the halfway point, I'll go ahead and add it. But usually Friday and Tuesdays, I'm checking for water. That's my schedule. All right, we're going to move this off to our staging area number 2. And then our last one, we're going to do parsley. This one, I'm going to ask you to have a little participation for me. I've got lots of parsley. I've got triple curled parsley. I've got flat leaf parsley. I've got single Italian plain leaf parsley. And I've got more Italian parsley. So should I do a mixture or should I do all 6 the same? Put it in the chat. Would you like to have a mixture or all the same? Anybody out there? Anybody chatting with me? Mixed, okay, that's my art mixed. So 2 or half triple curled and half Italian. And this is the reason why. I'm going to show you why. That's all the parsley I've got left. So I need to grow some parsley and dry it out because I usually cook with parsley no matter what the meat it is, beef, chicken, pork. I like parsley on everything. So, all right, let's see. Let's go with the Italian parsley by Burpee. You know, these are older ones. They're 2017, 2014. These are some very old leaves. So this, I'm going to try to start it in paper towel and see how it turns out. So triple curled. Oh, this is older too, 2017. I have a lot of old seeds. So what we'll probably do is put 3 or 4 in each one and see what happens. Let's get more baskets. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. 5 and 6. All right. Let's get us some pods. Don't forget, we have Garden Gals Chat and Chew tonight. So 8 o'clock, I'll be hopefully not too late because I'll be headed to church here in a few minutes. All right. The flat leaf is 2023. All right, so we'll probably do half flat leaf. And we're going to put about 4 in each one of them. All right, and I see Mike Chaotic says, even though it's 2017, it'll still grow. All right, good. So let's do 4 of the flat leaf on that side. That's probably about 5 or 6. That's okay. I'm going to do a whole bunch in that. So we'll know the far, because you know I got to go back and label this. So I'm going to put it here on the counter so I know exactly what I did. Those 2 are the flat leaf. All right, so Mike says he's grown some much older. All right, so we're going to, you guys call me the queen. Between Mike and GTR Jr., I don't know. They're both kings at this hydroponic stuff. I'm learning from them. So I enjoy watching their information. All right, so I put about 7 or 8 in each of those. So these are the triple curled parsley. Yeah, I've never grown kohlrabi ever, piece in my garden. I've helped Shelly grow some last year. She did this in some sips. I've never grown them. So, and I did a little research and it says it grows well in hydroponics. So I was like, hey, I'm willing to try it. And like I said, we'll do some in the hydroponics. We'll do some with crack key and see how it all goes. I have some lights that I could stick it under, but more than likely what I'll do is I'll just stick it close to where I have lights already, because you know how much light these LEDs let off. So I'll put it like in between some others and they'll get residual lighting for growth. And I think they'll do perfectly fine. And we're going to put them in some 32-ounce mason jars. And I have some covers that I bought that I'm just going to put on there to keep the light out. And then I'll just be checking them periodically on my Friday fertilizer day and on my Tuesday tip-off day to see if they need more water. So we're going to be testing it out and we're going to all go on a journey together with it. So really excited for that. So we did the flat leaf on this side. We did the triple curled on this side. And let's see what we're going to put in the middle. Let me get some paper towel. I got some water here on the counter. I don't want my seeds to get wet. All right, so let's do some Italian parsley. All right. Ooh, that's too many in my hand, but that's all right. We're going to put same thing, 7 or 8 in each one. Put the rest back in the package. All right. Yeah, I poured a whole bunch there. All right, and I will leave this here so that I can cover it and put my labels on it. And just like that, 30 minutes, we planted out 3 systems. So we have this system with our parsley. We have our next system with our Tatsoi. And then we have our other system, which we're going to dub Shelly's Homestead Hideaway with the Kohlrabi, the purple Kohlrabi from, where's that from? Botanical Interest. The flat leaf was from Sow Right Seeds. The Italian was from Fairy Morse. And then the triple curled was from Sustainable Seed Company. So a little bit from a lot of different companies. I've picked up some from folks that are just getting rid of seeds. And so I've got them from them. So a little bit of everything here. So thank you for joining. I'm not going to belabor the point here, but please like if you like the video. Here in the next few days, I'll probably be releasing. I'm really behind on my weekly updates, so 3rd, 4th, and 5th. That's how far behind I am on my weekly updates. I've had a lot of stuff going on with my business side of what I do outside of doing the YouTube. So that's slowed down a little. So we'll get back on here on a consistent basis, posting some information here about our hydroponics. Everything is doing really well. I can't say the only failure I had was the parsley that I used. They were all Aerogarden. And so those I scrapped those. They were in a smaller sprout and I wanted more now that I'm almost out. So I did upgrade to a 6-pod for my parsley. And then the Aerogarden heirloom cherry tomato, that didn't work either, but my mom had started some and hers didn't work. So I ended up giving her one of my mini cherries. I had 7, so I gifted her one. My sister's going to be starting her lettuce grow. So I may be gifting her 1 or 2 of those as well, since I've already got mine started. So, and she's already invited me over to her house to do some videoing at her house with her lettuce grow. So really excited to show you a larger hydroponic system. I stay on the smaller scale, but she likes everything in her living room. So she has 2 of those lettuce grows that she does growing in. So thank you for joining. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment anything that you might want to ask. And of course, my email is in my channel information. I do reply. It might be a little late replying, but I will reply. So I'm going to head off to church. Thank you for joining, and keep growing hydroponically. Have a good evening.